Hey everyone, welcome to the latest episode of Progress. Today's episode is going to be a Q&A. Massive Joe's put a post on their Facebook, on their Instagram, and you guys sent in your questions, so I've written a few down and I'll answer them for you in a second, because I know you guys are all very upset and disappointed because you missed out on last week's episode. I got hundreds of emails from people, from fans, all asking, you know, where the videos were. I can't even keep a straight face when I'm talking shit. Not one person sent an email in asking where the last week's episode of Progress was. Nobody gives a shit about Progress. So I'm just gonna keep making these episodes just for my own entertainment and amusement. If you guys wanna watch it, you can watch it, all right? But I know not one of you even knew that we missed last week's episode. You probably don't even know what episode we're up to. So, anyway, last week I was away. I was in Bali on holiday. Look, I'm nice and brown. My Greek skin, my Mediterranean skin, got some sun, and now I'm nice and brown, nice and tan. So a few more days probably, and then I'm gonna be white again because of the shitty weather that we've got in Melbourne. So I had a nice holiday, and I tried to stick to my normal routine. It was very hard. We got to train. My girlfriend trains as well, so that made it very easy. We both went to the gym in the mornings, trained, and it was just food that was hard. I was able to get chicken and beef and things like that, but the portion sizes, and because we were busy doing touristy things, going to play with monkeys and all that sort of crap, I didn't get to get every single meal in, but I tried to get maybe 3 or 4 in every day. Lost a little bit of weight, but what can you do? Have to enjoy my life a little bit as well. So that was it was a nice 8 nights that we had over there, and it was just a good break from the normal routine of my day-to-day routine here. So now I'm back, and I am back in my normal routine, eating, training, and full steam ahead now for next year. Just my off season still on track, still doing the Y3T training with Neil Hill, and just taking every day as it comes. Just trying to get all the food in, get all the training in, and that's really it. That's all you can really do. Okay, so let's get straight into these questions. The first question is from Justin Summersford. He said, "How's it going, Jake?" I'm good, thank you, Justin. Thank you very much for asking. What are your thoughts and predictions on the top 6 at this year's Olympia? Josh C. Turner asked the same question, so I'll answer this together. I don't like doing predictions and stuff on contests, because really I've got no idea. I don't really follow, I do follow it as much as I can, but on the day, so many different factors come into play, so this is probably going to be way off, but I think Phil Heath is a definite for first. Phil doesn't really, I've never seen Phil coming off, and going by that, if he's on, I don't think anybody can touch him. So Phil Heath is locked in for first for me. Second, I don't think it's a definite, but I'm going to say Kai Green is going to be second. Just based on looking at photos I've seen of him, he looks like he's coming in a lot. He's coming in shredded, and that's sort of, he got criticised last year that he tried to come in a little bit too big, and Phil outclassed him. So it looks like Kai's going to come in shredded. So if he does, I think that Kai is definitely going to take that second spot. Again, third place, I think this is where it starts to get really tricky. It could be anyone, but I think third is going to be Dennis Wolf. I think Dennis Wolf is just getting, judging by last year, he just blew me away. Like his legs, for someone his height, and the thickness in his back, his shoulders, everything. The guy's just, the guy's amazing. People are going to criticize he's got no calves, but who cares? Half the guys up there got no calves. It doesn't seem like calves really matter these days. So I would say big bad Dennis Wolf's going to be probably third. Fourth, I'm putting Dexter Jackson fourth. I think Dexter is he's getting better as he's getting older, and it looks like he's put on more size. He's still got obviously the craziest muscle bellies. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what Dexter Jackson is looking like. and I'm putting him in 4th position. 5th place, I think, is going to be Sean Roden. I heard rumours that he had injuries. I'm not sure if he had leg injuries and his legs are downsized. I don't know if there's any truth to that. But I think with Sean's Lions, he is going to place somewhere around 5th. 6th, I'm putting in the surprise of the show. It's going to be, I think 6th is going to be a battle between Big Ramy and Juan Morel. So I'm not going to say which is going to be 6th or 7th, I'm not sure, but I think they're both going to be maybe battling it out for the 6th or 7th place, Big Ramy and Juan Morel. And then after that, it's anybody's game. You know, there's Victor Martinez, Branch Warren, John De La Rosa, Ruli Winkler, Essa Obiad, Branch Warren, did I already say Branch? So many guys. Evan Centopani, I'm not sure if he's doing 100%. I'm not sure if that Justin Compton, the young guy, is doing it, but he looks absolutely amazing for his age. So realistically, after 3rd place, I've got no idea, but I think that's how it's going to go. Who have we got here? Joshua Zukanovic says, Jake, anything you can recommend with helping forearm pain when training biceps? Well, Josh, thanks for the question. I think a lot of bicep training and forearm pain, it's hard to pinpoint exactly what you're doing, but I found that my wrist angles made a big difference. Obviously curling the wrists all the way in puts a lot more strain on the forearms rather than letting the wrists sort of turn out. So I find if I do have a forearm strain, I can let my wrists sort of go down, and I can put more tension on the biceps and take some off the forearms. But it all depends. Sometimes forearms are like tendonitis pains that you're getting, and that just needs rest and recovery. So you need to play around with that, but try not to do the exercises that are giving you the pain. If changing the wrist doesn't help, then you're obviously going to have to do different exercises until the pain goes away, and then you can revisit those other exercises again. Yanis Appletree says, I really want a signed poster. What's the best way for me to contact you and pay for my treasure? Treasure, I'm calling a signed poster of me treasure. I'm flattered. That's very nice. I wouldn't think that it's treasure, but thank you very much. Get in touch with me. Email me is the best way. info@jakesmusclefactory.com. That's the best way to get in contact with me, and I'll send you an email back. The signed photos, you can go on my Facebook page. There's an album that's called Signed Photos, and they've got numbers next to them, so you can email the details across to me, and I can get them printed, mailed, and everything sent out to you. Next question. Who's it from? Luke Muscat. What's your favorite flavor of BSN Amino X? Yes, BSN is my sponsor, and no, I didn't pay Luke Muscat to send that question. I don't know who he is, okay? Before people start jumping to conclusions, oh, he's answering BSN questions on his videos, of course, because he's a BSN sponsored athlete. So, Luke, to answer your question, green apple, my favorite, and grape. Green apple and grape. The other flavors are okay. Some people prefer the other flavors, but for me, green apple and grape. Jordan Zug says, Jake, what's your opinion on occlusion blood flow restriction training? Do you think it's a good technique? I love your goats, by the way. Casper is amazing. Stay away from my goats, Jordan, okay? Don't get any ideas. But thank you for the compliment. My goats, Casper he's quite funny actually. For some people, you go on my Instagram, I've got some videos of my goats. They're actually quite smart. I don't know if you knew that, but goats are actually, I'm pretty sure they're like as smart as dogs. Don't quote me on that. It's just a rumor that I've heard. I don't think there's any truth to it, but I heard it from some guy down at the milk bar, his brother-in-law who has the fish and chip shop down the road, sister who works at the service station, so I'm pretty sure it was true. Okay, so I've only done a little bit of reading up and research on it. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about occlusion training. But from what I've read, it seems like it's not going to cause as much muscle damage and breakdown as heavy training will. but they use lighter weights when they do it. So if you're injured or if you don't want to train heavy that day, this can be something that you can try out. So a lot of people think that because you're cutting off the circulation that you're stopping blood flow, but what you're actually doing, say if I had my upper arm wrapped and I was training biceps, so what I'm doing, I'm forcing blood into the area, so it's not so tight that it's cut off circulation completely and your arm goes blue. It's just enough that it restricts the blood flow. So when I'm training biceps, if I'm doing usually they would do a higher rep set, maybe 15, 20, 30 reps, something like that. So the blood pulls in that muscle and it keeps the blood in there. So the blood will go in, but it won't come out. So that's the whole point, and that's why they get a crazy pump and so much blood is in that muscle, because it keeps pulling in there, but it won't come back out. And usually they'll keep it on for the whole set or even for a few sets. They might have it on for maybe 10 minutes, and then after they've done like 3 or 4 sets, high reps, then they'll take it off. So I don't know what all the science is behind it, but the only thing that makes sense to me is you're putting blood and nutrients into the muscle and it's pulling and staying in there. And then obviously, the more nutrient-rich blood that's in the muscle while you're training would work towards growth, I would say. But I'm not an expert, I'm not 100% sure, but like I said, something to try if maybe you've got an injury and you can't lift as heavy, or you just don't want to train heavy that day. So, but still, it's not gonna achieve a better result than heavy training, I don't think. So that is really it for questions, guys. Thanks to everybody that sent in their questions. I'll have to post the training video next week. So I'll have to film that for you guys and I'll post it up very, very soon. So don't forget to subscribe to Massive Joe's YouTube channel, like their Facebook page, check out everything that the guys are doing. And they're working with my sponsors, BSN. They got some awesome deals on all the BSN products and giveaways too. Who doesn't want free stuff? They got free t-shirts, free shakers. There's always something that they're giving away with all the BSN stuff as well. So check it all out, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.